some questions from the audience now for our candidates. So Pat, we'll start with you. Can you name your top 3 priorities if elected, or the top 3 areas of focus to improve Decatur?
Well, number one, as the mayor said, making sure financing the maintenance and the improvement of all our infrastructure, which all of us and businesses rely on. Number 2, fully fund public safety, the police department and the fire department that make us safe, and of course neighborhood revitalization. Again, as I said, I lived in 9 different neighborhoods, and we need to improve all these neighborhoods, because when people come through, potential new employers, new citizens, we have to make sure our city looks as sparkling as all possible. But it's going to take not only the city, but private organizations to step forward, and for the people to step forward and get involved and take this revitalization very serious.
Lisa, same question.
Sure, I think the 3 top priorities for me are for neighborhood revitalization, workforce development, and then more improvements to our downtown Decatur. We put together a strategic plan, and the top 2 goals that we have are neighborhood revitalization and workforce development. And I've always said that our neighborhood revitalization isn't going to do very well unless we have workforce development. When people are making and earning a good wage, they're going to put it right back into their home. And so we need to really find a way to get all of our population finding a career that they love and that they enjoy. I also think that neighborhood revitalization is not simply about just tearing down houses. We really need for our neighborhoods to come together and to tell the city what it is you want in your community. I have never believed in top-down government, and so I want to see in our neighborhoods, I want communities to tell us what it is they want in their neighborhood. The mayor mentioned the Great Streets project, and we have started that in the Jasper corridor, and the neighborhoods are coming together with the city, and so we have started some catalyst projects there in that street. This is something that we will be able to replicate and move across the city, but we need citizens to tell us what they want in their neighborhoods. And then downtown Decatur, we have a beautiful downtown, but we still have a lot of work to do, and that's one of the things that I really hope to focus on if I am elected again. Thank you.
Most people don't think of sewers as very sexy, but I love sewers and I love roads, and that's a vital part of what your local city government does, is to make sure that sewers are not backing up into your homes, and that your roads, your bridges are safe, and you have a safe water supply. And those are very basic things, along with public safety, as Pat mentioned, police and fire, making sure that they are fully funded. In addition to the things we've talked about as far as neighborhood revitalization and workforce development, I would add to what Lisa said, is I really think we need to work with Decatur Public Schools and our surrounding school districts as well, because we've got to help the school districts succeed. This is our workforce of the future, and their success is critical to our success. One of the things I've tried to do as mayor is build consensus among varying groups. We work very closely with the county, we're working very closely with the Park District. You are all the same taxpayers that pay for all of these bodies of government, and we've got to come together and find the best solutions that make the most sense, and give the taxpayers the best bang for their buck. So it's about infrastructure, it's about growing this community, it's about helping our kids.
Thank you. My goals are safety, jobs, and accountability. And I want to indicate, since my time ran out, I'm going to get it in this time. I was appointed to the council over a year ago, back in August of 21. So I've learned a lot since being on the council, and a lot of our goals we need to continue. That being the neighborhood revitalization, and we've already have torn down over more homes in the last year than's been torn down in a long time, as well as rehabbing homes. But we need to rehab those that are savable, and tear down those ones that need to come down. But we also need to look out of the box and see what do we want to do with the land once we tear a home down, not just leave a vacant lot. we need to go back in and do some things to make where people can get those lands, either get them free and use them and bring them up so that we can get some tax dollars out of them and make the neighborhoods look well. The other thing we need to do is continue to improve our police departments and our safety. In our towns, we have installed over 101 cameras. They have flock cameras. They have been very well received by our police department in helping solve some major crimes. We need to continue that and find ways that we can bring other items in that will help support our police department to solve our major crimes here in Decatur. Nobody's going to come to our city if it's not safe. We need to continue to support economic development and improvement and job opportunities, as Ben said. We need to look at getting kids in 8th grade. Again, we got to work with the schools. Those that we know are not going to college, we need to get them into some trades. Or we need to get the recruitment centers of the military in to get them to go to the military. We can help, that will help cut crime. Because if they're out there idle, then they're going to have nothing to do but commit crimes if they don't have a job to work. So we need to develop and build new careers for the people. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Like many of my colleagues here on the table, public safety is first in mind when it comes to most issues here. You know, I am the son of a former Decatur police officer. I am also, unfortunately, my family has fallen victim to gun violence. You know, my stepfather was murdered here in this community within the last 2 years, so we have seen gun violence on both ends. And I feel like that's going to help us meet in the middle and where we can really solve these things. So we have to quell gun violence and increase public safety. You know, the city council must attack the root causes of crime and poverty by investing in the basics, promote the promotion of fair and equitable funded schools, as the mayor was alluding to, you know, well-paying jobs, housing and mental health services. You know, right now, the largest mental health care provider in Macon County is the Macon County Jail. We have to solve that problem. We have to fix that. That's what contributes to exactly what we're talking about. We have to expand youth engagement programs, whether that be a job during the summer, whether that be something after school. We have to make sure kids are not in the streets, but are in our programs, investing in them so they can invest in our community in the long run. Investing in community-based violence prevention funds. You know, I've been on the Decatur Leadership Council, or coalition, so to speak, that was comprised of this last year, identifying ways in which we can fund new programs and avenues to take to quell gun violence, because we can't keep approaching the problem the same way and expecting different results. We have to get innovative, and we've seen this happen across the country in different places. We just have to put that ball in the court here and give it a full faith effort and backing. Revitalization, like most people spoke to here, you know, I am a member of a neighborhood organization myself. We have been intimately involved with neighborhood revitalization projects, whether that be, you know, the Johnstone Neighborhood Revitalization, you know, the Southside Improvement Association. We're intimately involved with the Clean Up, Green Up program in that same area, going door to door, asking the individuals what they see, what they want to see done in their neighborhoods, and helping bridge that gap, whether that issue is financial, whether the issue is mobility, all kinds of things. And much like what other people have said, the business economy, we want to, embrace large-scale manufacturers coming here, but we want to incentivize and raise up small business owners as well. I get my red sign, so I'll come back later. Thank you.
Okay, you can hold it. We'll